Well, we're going to switch gears a little bit from mine operations to true exploration. So I hope you're ready for a little bit different kind of excitement. So I'm a geologist. I can't help but make forward-looking statements. I'm going to tell you about what we're up to this year and what we've done over the past couple of years as well since we've been publicly trading. So what sets this company apart? So there are, several different junior explorers, but we really hold the keys to an entire district. So think about Timmins 200 years ago before it was really discovered. Think about Red Lake. That's what we're sitting at. That's our opportunity. We have 80,000 hectares in Dryden. We strategically put this together on the best structures for the best chance for high-grade gold. We compare ourselves to the next Red Lake, and I'll show you why we believe that. One of the really unique situations here with Dryden as well is that we're sitting in an area that is a new district of Canada, but it's right off the Trans-Canada Highway. There are logging roads to every one of my exploration targets, so we have incredibly low exploration costs. $250 all in Canadian. We're doing oriented core, and we have geochemistry on the core. So this is high-end work for a low price. We have a great team. As you can see here, we have Trey Wasser, our CEO. If you recognize his name, he was Ely Gold Royalty CEO, brought that company from $6 million market cap, sold it for $300 million a few years later. Our goal here is to make discoveries and sell this to a major or mid-tier company. You'll also notice on our shareholder structure, we have Alamos Gold and Centerra Gold as some of our larger shareholders. It's a great checkbox of confidence to have had Centerra come in for our Christmas present in 2024, showing that confidence boost. And we have several other CAs signed with big major companies. We're really lacking in this industry new exploration discoveries. So that's one of the niches we fill here with Dryden Gold. What else to mention on this slide? It's a favorable mining jurisdiction. We're also unique in the way that if you go out and meet the team, most of us are located in Dryden. We don't have a fancy corporate office. We really put all of our money and our effort into making these discoveries with boots on the ground. And Chen came to visit me at my home in Dryden, and we went fishing. So, it's a really boots on the ground kind of company. We have some great coverage as well with Chen, with Brian Lundeen, with Jeff Clark, with analyst coverage as well, quite a few names on that list. So it's a unique opportunity. We also have a big exploration budget with $11 million focused on exploration this year. We're going to get 32,000 meters of drilling. And that's incredible for our area. We are doing early stage exploration. We'll be able to make new discoveries with that. So let me get into it. So we're located just south of Red Lake, my old hometown for 8 years. My background, I spent 8 years in Red Lake. I was the exploration manager taking our costs down. So we had a discovery cost of $200 per ounce when I joined the team. And when they gave me the keys, we brought it down to 50. So it's really all about systematic exploration and doing it right, understanding the patterns, and then being able to predict where the high grade gold is so we can find more of it. We're in an area where there was historic mining in the 1900s at Gold Rock, and it was very high grade. Some of the mines had 14 grams per ton, 5.5 grams per ton. So we're looking at an area where we know there's high grade. We have great infrastructure, like I mentioned, just a few hours south of Red Lake. We're near where that new gold mine was, and now it'll be core mining soon, near Rainy River. So a lot of focus on natural resources in our neck of the woods. Now, I mentioned our property package was put together very systematically. So there's a major structure that runs from the northeast part of the property to the southwest. And you want to be within 1 kilometer or 2 of that to have the best chance for high-grade gold. Now, it's not just me saying that. Metal Earth did a study here and compared this to the Porcupine-Chester Fault in Timmins, which, millions of ounces are there. So we are looking in the right jurisdiction with the right geology. Now, I have some new results that I'll talk about here in a second, but I want to bring you to the focus of our company. So we have kind of a two-pronged approach. With this, 80,000 hectares land package that we have, we're both looking at kind of brownfields opportunities in the in the Gold Rock district, where there was historic mining, where we've had some high-grade success ourselves, like 301 grams per ton over 4 meters, 55 over 3.5. And the highest grade historically on the property is 53,700 grams per ton over a little over half a meter. So there's some really high grade here. It looks an awful lot like the high grade zone that I had the pleasure of working with in Red Lake. The other opportunity here is to make new discoveries, and we're well on our way to that in the past 2 years of our exploration campaign. We have been working on Hinman, which is our discovery we made through prospecting, and we've done our first drill campaign ever on that. 6 holes, they'll be coming back later in March, so watch for that. It's gonna be very exciting, I think. Something that we just put out last week, we completed a property-wide soil campaign. And really what we wanted to show here was opportunity for even more discoveries. And what I got very excited about from the data myself, and this is not my area of expertise, I'm a structural geologist, but the geochemistry really highlights that main structure I talked about from the northwest corner to the from the northeast corner to the southwest corner of the property. You really see that light up with gold anomalies, as well as arsenic anomalies. But what's really, really cool from this new data, Hinman, our new discovery, is just full of anomalies. It's like a Christmas tree. So it's really expanding our interest there, and we decided to stake additional land just on trend of that major structure that it's sitting on. So a lot of opportunity here in this district. Now, I talked a bit about working for Red Lake, and I want to show you why I got so excited about the Red Lake type of potential here in the Gold Rock camp. I have a cartoon here that shows the Dryden geology. So we've had folded architecture and faults cross-cutting that. Well, what that does is create excellent traps for high-grade gold. And if you look at the cartoon of the Red Lake mine, it's in the same sort of setting. And the Red Lake mine is, almost 30 million ounces. So it really gives you the potential for a lot of high-grade gold. Now, the geology map on the side is showing we know where the Gold Rock anomaly is. We've discovered a mud lake anomaly, which looks like another footprint, but there are several others that we're going to be exploring this year. Now, this particular map is showing one part of Gold Rock. This is where there were some of the historic mines, like the Laurentian that I mentioned was 14 grams per ton average grade, and the Big Master mine, which was 5.5 grams. When we started exploring here 2 years ago, only the 3 red lines were zones we knew about. As we started to relog core, reinterpret the data, and drill our own holes, we started to see more and more stacked structures. And in these shear zone type of settings, you can have a lot of parallel structures. On Monday, we'll have some more news out on this Gold Rock target area. And you'll see the continued expansion of the Gold Rock target area with more parallel structures. So it's very exciting to see this continue and how much we've been able to expand the same 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer footprint with more and more zones. And we're really starting to understand the patterns of the high grade. Here is one of the examples of a long section down one of those structures, and you can see we're finding where the high grade is in more of a horizontal orientation, and the overall trend is kind of vertical. So we're starting to understand that and see that on each of these parallel structures. Now, I talked about making discoveries along strike in Gold Rock. Well, we have the Gold Rock target area. We were just looking at that. About 2 kilometers to the northeast of that, we have another anomaly where we worked on mapping and did a small drill campaign on. There's more gold there, and it looks to be the same size footprint as our Gold Rock area. So why do we care? Why are we focusing on all these different areas? Well, that gives us that Red Lake type of potential. If you think about Red Lake, and I have the long section there showing the Red Lake mine, you have the Red Lake mine, the Campbell mine, and Koshner. That equals 28 million ounces. And you see a pattern of repetition of those zones. That's what we're looking for in the Gold Rock camp. We're trying to find a repetition where we get multiple mines in a similar footprint, which really gets you multi-million ounces. And that's what we want to show a path to for these, mid-tier major companies that we hope will buy us out in the future. And we don't just have the Gold Rock camp, we're also looking regionally. And one of the differences, again, with being kind of boots on the ground focused in Dryden is we've been able to make really good relationships with the First Nation communities and the community of Dryden. And that gives us the street cred to be able to kind of get the exploration permits we need. So right now we're working on expanding all the permits. We got 3 of them last year. We expect to be able to get 3 more on these expanded targets. Coming soon, at the end of March, we'll have the first drill program back from Hinman. We did 6 holes there, so 4 going kind of across the entire granodiorite intrusion and a couple down at the south end. This granodiorite intrusion is 4 kilometers long. There is a sister deposit to this over at Next Gold's property, which is north of us. That's 1 kilometer long granodiorite. That's a 1.5 million ounce resource. So, we think there's really big opportunity here, and we're really excited about the potential here in Hinman. So I'll skip a little bit ahead. I just want to talk quickly to our exploration pipeline. We have lots of targets. This is one of the things that makes us very attractive to mid-tier and major companies. We're well-funded, $11 million for exploration this year. We will decide as we get through this first quarter and we see the results from the first few programs where that'll be spent, but it'll be about more than half on Gold Rock and continuing to grow that, and we'll also test regional targets. Like last year, we're going to deliver to our catalysts. So we're going to keep growing Gold Rock. We're going to look for additional deposit size anomalies on strike and grow that way. We're going to test Hinman, which we're just about to finish. We're going to continue to grow this and show more exploration targets. So stop by the booth, check out some high-grade core, talk to us some more, and we'll be at PDAC as well. Thank you very much.